2024?
Yes.
We would stipulate to the exhibit.
So is being offered?
The exhibit is being offered as 327, and we would request permission to publish it to the jury.
All right. Exhibit 327 is received, and you may publish.
Ms. Markey, what I would like you to do is I would like you to read this text message, but please, if you can tell the jury which person is which color, and then whoever it is, say, this person, read their text, and then the other person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, please identify the two parties, the colors, and go ahead.
Okay. The light pink would be me, and the dark pink would be Carol. Would it be possible to get some of the ashes to take to Washington Island? We are bringing Julie's, Erica's, and Lori's out in June. Carol responded, absolutely, and you could remind me how much the 2 checks were from Lori's estate. I see the tax lady on the 22nd and cannot find anything. I'm still a mess. I said I would look through her estate stuff tonight. And she responded with thumbs up, and I responded the next, looks like that night, $35,000 and $17,160.38. None of it is taxable.
You can put it down now, Your Honor. Thank you. So based on what you just read, her response initially was that you could have the ashes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did that change at some point?
Yes.
Talk about that, please.
On the day of the internment, we were driving down, and I was trying to get a hold of her to find out when was going to be the best time to get some of the ashes out, if she wanted us to come to her house. It was really windy that day. I really didn't want to do it outside. And she told me that, no, her house was off limits, and that I couldn't get any of the ashes anyway because the urn was already sealed. I tried to tell her that that's the way it comes, and it's very easy to unseal it and reseal it. We'd just done that with my daughters when she'd passed away, so we could bring some to my sister's lake home.
Do you think she was being mean to the Mitchell family, or do you think she had forgotten that she had agreed to it?
I think she was being mean.
You just testified that there were some text messages between you and Carol Mitchell about her house being off limits.
Yes.
Did you take a screenshot of those messages?
Yes.
Your Honor, I don't know if we have the same issues, but we could have Mr. McDonald look at this again, or we could try the technology, whichever you prefer.
Let's try the technology. Did you shut down at all? Okay. All right, let's just try it again here. And then you can go to blank screen quickly, Sarah.
So this worked this time. So I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 337. It should be on the screen in front of you. Can you see that? Is this a complete and accurate representation of the conversation with Carol Mitchell, and that you were just referenced?
Yes, it is.
Has the screenshot ever been altered?
No.
Your Honor, I'd like to offer Exhibit 337 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Mr. McDonald.
No objection.
All right. Exhibit 337 is received, and you may publish.
So we just did this before, but I don't want to put any words in your mouth, so please identify the color and the party and read the message when you are ready.
The dark purple would be Carol. It says, just a note, I'm not doing anything at the house, so if you all want to gather, we could go to the Holiday Inn or whatever. Sorry to say, but my house is off limits.
You can put that down, Your Honor. Thank you. You mentioned a moment ago about the interment of your brother Rod Mitchell's ashes. As to the timing of when that interment happened, do you have any feelings or knowledge about that? respect to Nicole Mitchell?
I know that Nicole could not make it that week, that day, because she had session, and she wanted us to wait till Good Friday to do it. And Carol told me she couldn't because she would have to change, too many people had been invited already, and she'd have to change it, so she could not change it.
How did that make you feel?
I kind of saw her side. I imagined a lot of people there. I imagined a lot of Rod's friends. I would imagine, Carol's family. I imagined she'd had a plan, and it was going to be tough to change it that quick. And sometimes those things happen. So I guess I just thought that's the way it had to be.
Do you wish that Nicole Mitchell had an opportunity to be there?
Oh, yes.
Do you have any experiences in your life checking on a loved one that Nicole Mitchell knew about?
Yes.
Can you talk about that, please?
There was a couple times my daughter had some issues, and she wouldn't be answering the phone for a couple days, and I would get concerned about her. I did have a passcode to get into her house, but if she was mad at me, she would deadbolt it, and then I couldn't get in. And after a couple days, I'd be very concerned, and I would find a way in.
Why would you do that?
Concerned that something had happened, concerned that she wasn't well.
And Nicole was aware that you had done those things?
Yes.
I want to loop back very quickly to the interment. You just testified that Carol Mitchell had invited very many friends of hers to the interment. Do you remember how many people actually attended the interment?
There were 4 people and myself.
Thank you. Do you have a sister named Lori Sandry?
I did, yes.
So that answers my next question. Is she alive or deceased?
She's deceased.
When she died, did she die with a large estate?
Yes.
Did she intend for part of that estate to go to Nicole Mitchell?
Objection, speculation.
Your Honor, we just saw text messages about it.
No argument here.
Okay.
You can approach.
Large estate. To your knowledge, what was the process for distribution of that estate?
We were to split it. We were to split it between the 5 remaining siblings. I had a sister at that time that was in a nursing home, so instead of the money going to her, it went to her son. Other than that, it was split between the siblings.
What is your knowledge about those splits either supposed to be going to Nicole Mitchell or any written documentation about part of that money going to Nicole Mitchell?
Part of the money did, each of the nieces and nephews got money.
So Nicole Mitchell got a portion of money.
She got a portion of money,
To your knowledge, how much was that?
$10,000.
Okay. To your knowledge, was there anything else that Nicole Mitchell was supposed to get from your sister Lori's estate?
At the time of Lori's death, no. If, how can I put that? If Lori had died after Rod, all of Rod's share would have gone to Nicole.
And was her death unexpected?
Very.
With that foundation, I'm going to ask a question that was objected to previously. To your knowledge, was an additional part of your sister Lori's estate intended to go to Nicole Mitchell? Had she not died surprisingly before Rod Mitchell?
Yes, it would have ended up going to Nicole.
And Your Honor, I would like to ask you to republish Exhibit 337.
You may.
Your Honor, I was incorrect. 327.
327. You need to make the request.
Yep. That was my fault. I'm sorry. Now, I just asked you if a larger portion of your sister Lori's estate was intended to go to Nicole Mitchell, and you said yes. Do you remember approximately how much was supposed to go to Nicole Mitchell?
If Lori had outlived Rod, it would have been about $250,000.
On this text message, it identifies 2 checks from Lori's estate. Do you see that?
Yes,
And at the bottom, you had testified earlier that you responded to that, and you had $35,000 and a little over $17,000.
yes,
Were those part of also the checks that were intended to go to Nicole Mitchell?
yes.
Okay. You can put that down, Your Honor. Thank you. So did that $250,000, or even if conservatively, that a little over $50,000 actually go to Nicole Mitchell?
No.
And you said it before, but just to be abundantly clear, why not?
Lori had died very suddenly, did not have a will. She had to do a will last minute, and it was just done very quickly. There were mistakes made in it.
So what happened to that money?
The money went to Carol, because legally she was Rod's heir.
Did Carol Mitchell know the money was meant for Nicole Mitchell?
Objection, speculation.
If there were text,
Sustained.
can we approach, Your Honor? I'll withdraw and move on, Your Honor. Did Nicole Mitchell know that money was meant for her? To your
Objection,
knowledge? To your
speculation.
knowledge?
To my knowledge,
Hang
because
on, let me rule on the objection here. Speculation, the objection is sustained.
You're gonna give us a moment. We're gonna try to find the exhibit that Mr. McDonald produced but doesn't know the number of, so we can put it on the screen.
We don't have your exhibits, so you're gonna have to find it and share it with us.
98. Would you like me to publish it?
Or send it to us.
It's already sent.
Would you publish that, please? I'd like you to read the name at the top of that text message.
Carol,
Assuming this is Carol Mitchell, CM, will you please read this to the jury?
hi Pam, I'm so worried Nicole is determined to take me to the cleaners, I think. That hearing on July 5th is supposed to be virtual, but I'm going to call my lawyer tomorrow and see if maybe I and you, if you can, be in the lawyer's office to watch it. I don't care if she gets that CD of Rod's and those 2 checks from Rod's sister Lori that passed away from her estate. Nick can have them too, but the house and everything else is mine, and she will have to.
You don't have to read anymore. I want you to leave it up there for now. The second part of that, I don't care if she gets the CD of Rod's and there are 2 checks from Rod's sister Lori. Who do you believe that she is in that text message?
I'm sure she's referring to Nicole.
So Carol Mitchell is saying that she believes that Nicole Mitchell can have her father's $160,000 CD and $53,000 in checks. Is that correct?
Correct.
And just to be abundantly clear, Nicole Mitchell never got any of those checks, did she?
No, she
Or
didn't.
any of that money?
No, she did not.
And to your knowledge, did Nicole Mitchell ever contest Carol Mitchell for that money in any sort of a proceeding?
No.
Thank you. You were put that down.
What was that for the record, please?
98, states 98.
In your interview with our investigator, you gave a statement to the effect that Nicole Mitchell and Carol Mitchell's relationship has never been good. Do you recall saying that?
Yes,
Despite that, do you think Nicole Mitchell loved Carol Mitchell?
yes,
Do you think Nicole Mitchell would ever want to hurt Carol Mitchell?
no,
Do you think Nicole Mitchell was trying to help Carol Mitchell after Rod Mitchell's death?
yes,
You testified earlier that Rod Mitchell was your younger brother. Is that right? Or your brother? I'm
my
sorry.
older brother.
I'm sorry. Were you and Rod Mitchell close?
We were, yes, we were close.
Did you know Rod Mitchell well?
Oh, yes,
So yesterday, the prosecutor asked Nicole Mitchell a question on cross-examination that I want to pose to you. How do you think Rod Mitchell would feel about Nicole Mitchell breaking into his house?
oh. He would, it's a two-pointer. He would not be happy about it, but he would also not be happy if we all gave up on Carol and didn't check on her.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald?
Good morning, Ms. Markey.
Good morning.
When you spoke to the defense investigator, that there was no qualification. You said their relationship has never been good from day one, correct?
Correct.
You described them as two very strong-willed women who butted heads on everything. Is that accurate?
Yes.
That's what you told the defense?
From what I saw, yes.
Did Nicole Mitchell tell you that she was driving up to Detroit Lakes in the middle of the night?
No,
Isn't it true you told the defense investigator that Nicole, quote, will not talk about what happened?
correct.
Okay. And you were also asked, quote, why did Nicole go over there? And you responded with, quote, not a clue.
Yes, at that time, not a clue.
Did you also state, expand on that to the defense investigator?
I don't believe I did.
Do you recall stating, this is you speaking about defendant's actions, what the hell, what were you thinking, what's going on?
Well, yeah, that would have been my thought on it.
Thank you, Ms. Markey. I have no further questions.
Mr. DeCrey?
Very briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Markey, do you stand by the follow-up questions I just asked you about your thoughts of Nicole Mitchell and her love and affection for Carol Mitchell?
Yes,
And when you said to our defense investigator that you thought, what the hell did you do, Nicole? Is that because you didn't know the full story? Because as Mr. McDonald mentioned, she hadn't said anything to you about the full story?
correct. I just got a text from Carol that morning saying someone broke into my house. It was Nicole, and that's all I really knew.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald?
Ms. Markey, in April 2024, did Nicole Mitchell ever reach out to you and inquire about medical information about Carol Mitchell?
Did you reach out to me? No. And no.
No further questions.
Mr. DeCrey?
Nothing, Your Honor.
And then Ms. Markey, you may step down. Again, watch your step, please. Mr. DeCrey, your next witness.
The defense calls J. Brody.
Mr. Brody, if you just come forward over here to the bench in front of the courtroom clerk, we'll have you sworn in, so please raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give here will be true?
please take a seat in the witness stand over there, and then watch your step. There's a slight incline there. Mr. DeCray.
Just so you know, Mr. Brody, when you're talking, kind of stay away from the mic. It crackles if you get too close. And to the best of your ability, when you answer questions about anybody in this direct examination, please try to use their first and last name. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Can you please state your name for the record?
J. Brody.
You might have to get a little bit closer to the microphone so it grabs you.
J. Brody.
Thank you. Can you spell your last name, please?
B-R-O-D-Y.
Where do you live, Mr. Brody?
Mauston, Wisconsin.
Say that first sentence again.
Mauston,
Okay,
Wisconsin.
I thought you said Boston, okay.
M-A-U-S-T-O-N, yeah.
What is your current occupation?
I'm the superintendent of the 126 Combat Weather Flight in Volk Field, Wisconsin.
Is that with the Wisconsin National Guard?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in the military?
10 years.
What is your relationship to Nicole Mitchell?
Nicole was our commander at the 126 Combat Weather Flight. Co-workers originally, and then, naturally through co-workers, friends.
How long have you known Nicole Mitchell?
6 years.
How often would you see Nicole Mitchell through the Air Guard?
Roughly once a month. It was typically a little more than that, because when she would get a break, she would come down and do some extra days just to keep up with some of the admin tasks through the unit.
How often would you and Nicole Mitchell speak outside of the Guard?
I'd say at least once or twice a week.
Over the course of those conversations, have you ever spoken to Nicole Mitchell about her stepmother, Carol Mitchell?
Yes.
Can you describe those conversations?
Yes, absolutely.
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
It's a prior consistent statement.
I don't think there's anything, well, approached him.
Mother.
Yes.
Can you describe what Nicole Mitchell told you about her concerns?
Yes. Maybe long-winded, I guess, because it was kind of an evolution of, naturally we talk about a lot of things as started with work, and they would be turned into our personal lives. And so she had expressed concern that Carol had was displaying evidence of missing things, and she was worried about her well-being. She was concerned for how she would take care of herself, and that she was missing some certain things, let's say appointments and things like that. So, sorry, trying to summarize that, but so I could go into great detail about a lot of examples, but that was the general idea of how those conversations evolved.
And did those conversations begin shortly after Nicole Mitchell's father's death?
Most of them. We talked about Carol and her father before he passed away.
But the conversations about Nicole Mitchell's concerns for Carol Mitchell began after Rod Mitchell's death?
Yes, sir.
Was it your understanding that Nicole Mitchell believed Carol Mitchell was deteriorating mentally?
Yes.
What sorts of things did Nicole Mitchell tell you that she had concerns about with respect to Carol Mitchell?
Like I said, some of the concerns were for her health and well-being. Nicole was trying very hard to help her through the transition after her father passed away, and so expressing things, like I said, like if she would miss an appointment, or there would be gaps in some of her memory about things, including like she would have plans to take the boys up to go visit them, and then Carol would have forgotten that they had plans to do that.
Was it your understanding that Nicole Mitchell was trying to help Carol Mitchell with any of that?
Absolutely.
Say that one more time, I didn't catch.
Absolutely.
Did Nicole Mitchell tell you whether or not Carol Mitchell was accepting of her help?
She did. Nicole would tell me about it, and it would, some would be received and some wouldn't by Carol. Like some of the help, and it seemed to coincide with those moments that Carol was struggling with something, like I said, if it was something like a missed appointment and then the very next day she would allow it.
Did that back and forth seem to have an impact on Nicole Mitchell?
Absolutely.
Did Nicole Mitchell's concerns seem to dissipate as time went on or grow as time went on?
Grow.
Did Nicole Mitchell ever tell you about Carol? Strike that. You asked her that already. I'm sorry. Did Nicole Mitchell tell you about Carol Mitchell's plan for her father's internment on a date that Nicole Mitchell was unavailable?
Yes, Nicole told me about what had happened.
In your perception, how did Nicole Mitchell take that?
It was very upsetting for Nicole. She wanted to very much be part of anything that involved, the grieving process and some of the events after her father's passing. So, yeah, upsetting.
Now, you testified earlier that you had conversations with Nicole Mitchell both before and after her father, Rod Mitchell's death. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Prior to Rod Mitchell's death, did Nicole Mitchell ever talk to you about her concerns about what would happen to Carol Mitchell if her father passed away?
Absolutely.
What did she say?
She was mainly concerned with Carol being able to, from my understanding, that her father had taken care of all the things like the bills and the finances and kind of administrative things in their relationship, and so it started, or the initial concern was that, how would Carol take care of herself or take care of those things and how much help she may need.
Did Nicole Mitchell ever have any conversations with you about wanting anything from Carol Mitchell or her father's estate? Sorry, say that one more time.
Oh, sorry, no.
Do you believe that Nicole Mitchell genuinely wanted to help Carol Mitchell after Rod Mitchell's death?
Absolutely.
Now, you've said you've been in the military for 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Have you deployed?
Yes, sir.
How many times?
5 or 6.
Throughout your military career, how many different commanders do you think you've served under?
I'd say about 15.
Have you trusted every single commander you've served under? Say that.
No, sir. And
Why
I
not?
say that caveat because there's a level of trust, but commanders have to earn followership, and they don't, or not all of them do.
Do you trust Nicole Mitchell?
100%.
What has Nicole Mitchell done to gain your trust?
Very early on, before I took the full-time position with the unit, there was events because of my personal life that have, in the past with other commanders, caused issues, mainly related to my daughter who has a terminal illness. And so immediately, one of our first interactions was Nicole Mitchell going to bat for me with our higher headquarters command over some issues with my daughter's hospitalization and things like that. And so that's the first thing that comes to mind, that it was just different than what I had dealt with other commanders. And so that was the very initial moment, because she cares more about her people probably than herself in a lot of ways. And so that, yeah, like I said, that was the initial reason and what earned that trust for me.
And to your knowledge, was that sort of advocacy for her subordinates something that was only limited to you, or did it apply to everyone under her command? Was there anything else that made Nicole Mitchell trustworthy to you?
Absolutely, a lot of things, and all of them tying in to the unit. I shouldn't say all of them tying into the unit, like the majority of them in the professional relationship, but then even knowing in her personal life, fostering children and her relationship with Sam and Liam, and when she had the baby and things like that, and knowing about all of these things in her life, and that's not those are unique traits for a lot of people, so all of those added to that trust.
Do you recognize or believe Nicole Mitchell to be a selfish person?
Not at all. I think that's an antonym to describe Nicole.
What things have you personally observed that make you believe Nicole Mitchell is selfless?
Within the unit, so many events and things like that. She would put herself last. So she was very much about morale and camaraderie, and she built that within the unit, which was evident in things like we have a climate survey that comes out every year that goes out for all of the commands, and year over year, our unit was ranked the highest within the state for the Air National Guard, which is a direct reflection of her command, and very, very easy to get knocked down. Sorry, that's derailing a bit, but she would pull together events for us, like go into escape rooms after we were done with drill, or putting on cookouts and contribute to those. Covering, we had a holiday party that was it was tickets to get into, and she bought them for the entire unit because she wanted everybody to kind of collaborate and be able to enjoy the party together, and so on. So
Suffice it to say that you thought Nicole Mitchell was a good person and a good commander.
absolutely.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald?
Good morning, Mr. Brody.
Morning.
Thank you for your service. Mr. Brody, you testified that Ms. Nicole Mitchell was very upset after the internment situation.
Yes, sir.
And when this case started, Ms. Mitchell was your commanding officer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you consider her a good leader?
Absolutely.
And a good leader makes sure that their troops are outfitted for missions. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Make sure they have the proper equipment?
Yes, sir.
Make sure they have the proper attire?
Yes, sir.
And you testified that Nicole Mitchell is a trustworthy person?
Yes, sir.
Would you consider her an honest person?
Yes, sir.
As a leader and a commander, imagine people are put in a lot of stressful situations.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so if she says something in a stressful situation, we can believe her.
If she says something in a stressful situation, we can.
You testified she's an honest person, correct?
Yes, sir.
And she's a good leader. So if she's in a
Oh,
stressful.
hang on a second, Mr. McDonald. Let the witness ask the question. Mr. Brody, you nodded your head, if you'd please
Sorry, Mr.
provide
Brody.
a verbal response to the last question.
I'm sorry?
You nodded your head to a question. We needed a verbal response, but Mr. McDonald didn't allow you to answer. So we're moving along here quickly. So why don't you back up, Mr. McDonald, a question or two, and let's
I apologize,
let the
Mr.
witness
Brody.
answer before you begin.
Sorry, Your Honor, and Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody, you testified that Nicole Mitchell is a trustworthy person.
Yes, sir.
And you just now testified that she is an honest person.
Yes, sir.
And you testified that as a commander and a leader, from your experience, those individuals are put in stressful situations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And they have to make decisions and answer questions in stressful situations.
Yes, sir.
And if they're asked a question in a stressful situation, we can trust that their answer is honest.
Not necessarily.
What's that?
Not in my experience, sir. Very many commanders that I have come across, especially in stressful situations, do not make the correct decision.
Well, I'm talking specifically about
Objection, Your Honor.
Nicole.
He's badgering the witness.
It's allowing the complete the answer. Mr. McDonald, if you'd wait for the witness to finish, please.
Sorry, Your Honor.
You may complete your answer, Mr. Brody.
Yeah, not necessarily. I believe that it's all in context.
But in the context of Nicole Mitchell, she's an honest person and we can trust her answers.
I mean, depending on the context, sir. I have experienced many commanders in dire situations, in combat situations, and not even that extreme. And how people handle those situations is different for the individual. So it doesn't undermine their trust or my trust in them or their honor because people handle those situations differently.
Have you ever been under Miss Mitchell's command in a stressful situation where she lied to you?
No.
No further questions.
Mr. DeCray.
You testified that at some point Nicole Mitchell was your commanding officer, is that correct? Is she your commanding officer anymore? I think you have the.
Sorry.
It's okay. So her status as a commanding officer has no influence on your testimony today? Would you agree that someone's honesty is related to the context of the situation and not the person?
Absolutely.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Brody, you may step down. Watch your step. Mr. DeCray, your next witness.
May we approach briefly, Your Honor?
You may. I think we'll take this opportunity to take a morning break, ladies and gentlemen. Before we recess, I'll remind you not to talk about this case with anyone, including yourselves, and do not talk at all to anyone involved in it. Do not read about this case in the newspapers or listen to news about it on radio, television, social media, or internet.